Hey everybody, and welcome to my special update video to talk about my new PC. I don't have a lot of stuff installed on it yet, including this trial version of Dead Gear, so deal with the watermark there on the screen. It'll soon be gone. But I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the good news and some of the more disappointing news of my new PC. So, good thing is, as you can see by what you see here with Arma is that I got a huge boost in graphical fidelity and graphical power. And my old PC that I bought in May of 2012 was I forgot what it was, an i4 or an i5 or whatever the fuck, with a GeForce 680. And the PC that I now have is an i7 5960X 3 GHz with a GeForce Titan X, 12 gigs of RAM and 32 gigs of memory RAM. It was very expensive, I can tell you that much. But as you can see, I get a very nice graphical boost here. I tested it out with other games too. With Witcher 3, I get 60 frames per second throughout the whole game. Kingdom Come Deliverance, I get 45 frames per second with everything on high settings. That game is still in early access though, so might be better optimized for 60 frames per second. And Ark, which is of course the big one, the not well optimized game, I get 35 to 40 frames per second with everything on Epic, which is great because people that have a GTX 980 are not able to play that game apparently with like 30 frames per second or over or something. Maybe they optimize that a little better, but anyway, got a great boost there. But I have to admit that my old PC, though people shitted on it a lot, actually did really well. It played Metal Gear Solid 5 60 frames per second throughout the whole thing. Very well optimized game. It played Battlefront, the new one, with everything on the highest settings except super sampling with 40 to 45 frames per second. Witcher 3 I could play with 30 frames per second, and I think that is very playable. I'm not one of those elitist bastards that say if a game is not 60 frames per second, it's unplayable. Fighting games are a little bit the exception, but hey, I think something's wrong with people that say that games are unplayable if they're not 60 frames per second. Anyway, so yeah, so my PC was actually still able to do some powerful stuff, but there's definitely an increase. But let's now get to the disappointing thing, shall we? So I mainly bought a new PC to improve on my Epic Arma experience. I got a lot of lag on some of my videos, got a lot of negative comments about that, so you know, increase it, get more action and less lag. Now, with a Titan X in my machine, I was expecting to play a game like Arma 3 with all settings on the highest setting with 60 frames per second. Now, I'm getting currently 47-ish frames per second. This is not the highest settings of Arma. If you look here, I have everything here on high, the highest things, except PPA, which whatever the fuck. But I have this on 7000. I have sampling on 100%, not 200%. But if I would get this to the highest setting, look at this fucking disaster. What the fuck is this? 6 frames per second. Are you shitting me? What is happening? Why? What? Like, what the fuck is this bullshit? Again, I paid more than $3,000 for this new fucking PC. People like Shy said, oh, you know, buy a PC that's at least $3,000 to $4,000 or something. Total biscuit, you know. Fucking always says, oh yeah, no, I buy PCs that are this much money. What in the name of fuck is wrong with you people? Take some advice from me, dear God. And I realize that paying or judging a computer by price is subjective, because of course, you know, the price doesn't say anything, because what matters is what's inside the PC. But I paid $2,000 for my old PC, the 681, and I took a look at the computer that they had this time that would be around that price. And though I would definitely get a better performance out of this one, which was almost double that price, it's not double the performance, and performance money-wise is just not worth it. So take my advice, and dear God, do not buy a PC this expensive, because it's not worth that much money. If you buy a new PC that you want to use for another 2-3 years, dear God, don't spend more than $1,500 to $2,000 on it, because you know this PC's gotta last a while. I'm probably going to buy my next PC like in 2019. I hope to dear God this will last me that long. I'm getting a little sick of these frames here, so I'm gonna get sure. And yeah, no, the story gets even crazier. So I tried to start up Arma 2 because I was like, well, this is a newer game, and of course, you know, Arma is always very famous for being very powerful and very draining on machines. So I tested out Arma 2 and I put everything on maximum, like the anti-aliasing, the texture scale, whatever the fuck, everything on high, the visibility on the highest setting, and to my fucking horror, I got maybe like 17 to 20 frames per second, and I didn't understand what the fuck is going on. That game is so old. Why is my Titan X not able to play that? And what was even more weird is that I was wondering on what settings you know, people like Cody and Shy were playing Arma 2 on when I played it with them, because they all said that it ran really well. I would really like to see their options at what kind of graphical fidelity they played it, because I was not getting the same fucking performance that was promised to me. And it just has me worried. I mean, I have no doubt that when things like Fallout 4 comes out, Battlefront, probably the next, you know, new age game or the newest AAA games in the coming 2-3 years, I'll be able to play those in the highest settings. But fuck, this was very, very shocking to me. And a big disappointment. Now, of course, let's all be honest. You guys don't give a fuck about visibility. You don't care that I can look, or see the landscape all the way over there. What you guys want to see is epic battles. So, of course, the next big test is to see if I can indeed have epic Arma videos with more units than ever on screen. I don't know yet. I have to make that scenario first, and I'm gonna test it out a little bit. I'm gonna play a little bit, so videos might be slow the upcoming days, but you know, I'm just testing things out. And anyway, yeah, so that's it. So think about, I've learned my lesson. My next PC that I'm gonna buy, I'm not going to spend this much ridiculous money on it. That's sure. I mean, I'm not unhappy with my new PC. I love it. I called it the Mad Max. I put a Mad Max Fury Road sticker on it, because my real name is Max, so that's the whole joke. But yeah, no, not worth the freaking money I paid for it in terms of performance. Jesus Christ, that was a wake up call right there. I mean, I'm going to test it with other games as well. Star Wars Conquest, I'm going to of course do again, because that crashed so much on my old PC. If that crashes again so much on this PC, I swear to God, it's the fucking engine of that game that cannot handle that many units. It's not my PC. If people say, if I start a new series of Star Wars Conquest and it crashes again, and people say, buy a new PC, I swear to God, I'll probably ban somebody or block somebody for the very first time in my YouTube history. So yeah, no, that was a little rant. So again, like I said, I'm not disappointed. Well, I'm a little bit disappointed. I'm not unhappy with my new PC, but I am a little bit disappointed with that much money that could have been spent on other stuff like camera equipment and stuff for school. But whatever. It's I have my new Mad Max thing. I was looking for other games to test it out with. I was actually thinking of buying Batman, but I kind of need the money for Fallout 4. So Fallout 4 is definitely going to be the next big investment for my PC to work on. Problem is that I don't think Fallout 4 looks to be the most beautiful game ever released. But yeah, so that was it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for all the support, and hopefully next time we can get a better look at what kind of power my machine holds when we have more units than ever on screen. So see you guys then.